Have you ever wondered what it's like to see the world through a different lens, to experience life with a unique set of rules and guidelines? This is the reality for those of us with Asperger's syndrome. In the spirit of understanding and empathy, I'd like to share my personal journey with Asperger's syndrome. No two experiences are the same, but perhaps my story will shed light on the intricacies of living with this condition. As far back as I can remember, I've always felt different. As a child, I was introverted, preferring the company of my own thoughts to the bustling playgrounds of my peers. I didn't understand it then, but this was my first encounter with Asperger's syndrome. It wasn't until later in life that I received a formal diagnosis. The news was met with a mix of surprise and relief. Suddenly, the pieces of my life's puzzle began to fit together. The journey since then has been a roller coaster of learning and self-discovery. In many ways, having Asperger's syndrome is like viewing life through a kaleidoscope. It's a world filled with vibrant colors and patterns, but it's also a world that can be overwhelming and unpredictable. Living with Asperger's syndrome is a daily challenge. I often struggle to express myself, even with my loved ones. This doesn't mean I don't crave their attention or affection. Quite the contrary. There's a deep yearning for connection, but the pathway is often obscured. Doctors, therapists, and well-meaning friends often suggest solutions. They've asked me to take IQ tests to confirm that I'm normal. They've told me that I was diagnosed too late, that there's no hope. But I've learned to navigate these comments with grace and resilience. After all, who's to define what's normal? To summarize, living with Asperger's syndrome is a unique journey filled with its own set of challenges and triumphs. It's about navigating a world that often feels foreign, but also discovering the beauty in our own unique perspective. It's not a disease to be cured, but a different way of experiencing life. It's about understanding that our brains are wired differently, and that's okay. It's about embracing our differences and using them to our advantage. Thank you for taking the time to listen to my story. My hope is that it fosters understanding and empathy for those living with Asperger's syndrome.